shock, you'll ride shotgun in Volcano here.
It sure lives up to its name, Matt.
Tracker here. Assemble mask. Venom has struck again.
Scan the personnel files for the mask agents best suited for this mission.
If you grew up in the 80s, you might be a mask agent best suited for this mission. Welcome back to the world of Tracker and Mayhem, of Mask and Venom. It's the trucking and racing history of 1986 edition.
Brace yourselves!
Despite the popularity of the line in its initial year, the follow-up year of Kenner's Mask toy line was not as big a step up as it was for other well-known and well-remembered toy lines. Only 8 boxed releases in 1986 compared to 10 in '85, 5 Mask vehicles and 3 Venom vehicles, or 2 vehicles and a playset depending on what mode Outlaw is in. Things got balanced out with lots of figure packs though, reissues of the previous year's drivers, plus some repaints with adventure packs, plus other merch, comics, cartoons, and home video releases. But let's kick it off with the Kenner toy line.
Good idea.
It wouldn't be Mask without the leader and benefactor. Volcano was Tracker's new ride for '86.
Turn it around 180 degrees.
A battery-powered monster truck.
She went under the wheels.
This bad boy would send Bigfoot packing thanks to a wide array of weaponry. Mini mortars, armed barrier pod, lava launchers, dual red-hot sandblasters, and metal shredder hubcaps. This time out, Tracker was equipped with the Lava Shot mask, which could fire streams of lava. How about a taste of your own medicine, Metlar? Lava Shot on! Volcano also gave us Mask's first Canadian agent.
Jacques Lafleur and Volcano van at your service.
Codename Trailblazer. He was equipped with the Mirage mask, which has the ability to make things invisible.
Time for my Houdini number. Mirage on!
Hey, where'd he go?
Tracker wasn't the only mask agent to get a new ride and new gear in the follow-up year.
Hondo McLean pre-selected. Vehicle code name, Hurricane.
Hondo McLean was back, trading in Firecracker for Hurricane, the '57 Chevy, sometimes referred to as Night Stalker on the show. In defense mode, it was equipped with infrared blasters, gale force wind howitzer, mini cutting lasers, a broad saw blade, night vision scanner, and a spare tire landmine. Hondo got a new outfit and a new mask, although with an old name, the Blaster 2 mask. Like the original, could fire high-powered blaster beams.
Blast the lasers!
Ace Riker, pilot, space missions expert, vehicle code name, Slingshot.
Ace Riker was codenamed Falcon a year before the G.I. Joe Green Beret claimed the name. He piloted Slingshot, a white RV that could transform into a surveillance unit with a sonic jet. It was armed with dual phaser units, binocular scanner, dual mounted grill cannons, and a laser tracer bomb drop. Riker was equipped with the Ricochet mask, sometimes called Boomerang on the show, which could fire energy boomerangs.
Boomerang on!
Being named Riker, he was also the master of the Riker maneuver. If you know, you know.
Riker!
Calhoun Burns, occupation architect, vehicle code name, Raven.
Calhoun Burns, codename Stonewall, was behind the wheel of Raven, a Corvette C4 which could convert into a seaplane. It had wheel particle blasters, spring-loaded turbo thrusters, and immobilizer discs. Calhoun had one of the coolest masks ever. The Gulliver mask could make objects or people shrink or grow.
Gulliver, full power,
Thanks, Calhoun.
Julio Lopez, occupation, physician, vehicle codename Firefly.
And Julio Lopez, codenamed Doc, raced up and down the Baja in Firefly, the dune buggy, sometimes referred to as Dragonfly on the show. It was armed with a tripod laser, prism beam launchers, and super stun atomizer bomb. Julio came with the streamer mask, which could spray oil, foam, or glue.
Streamer, stick 'em on!
Like in the first year, Venom only got 3 releases in 1986. The playset for 86 went to Venom this time.
At last!
Miles Mayhem was back in Outlaw, the oil tanker / mobile headquarters. It was armed with a grappling hook, howitzer, radar scanners, tracking unit, and power pack. Mayhem traded in the Viper mask for Python, which could squeeze mask agents with energy tentacles.
Python on!
Outlaw was co-piloted by Mayhem's personal bootlicker, Nash Gorey, codename Goon.
I was praising your genius and Bruno said to shut up. Why, the nerve of...
Shut up!
This spineless sycophant wore the Powerhouse mask, which increased the strength of the wearer.
Powerhouse on! Get, Riker!
Stinger. The Pontiac GTO was piloted by Bruno Shepard, a former pro wrestler.
Now I can show you one of my favorite old wrestling holds. A headlock.
Codenamed Mad Dog, and he bears a striking resemblance to Mad Dog from Coleco's Rambo Force of Freedom line from the same year.
Mad Dog, take him out! You're dead meat, Rambo!
Quelle coïncidence, as French wrestling legend Mad Dog Vachon would say. Stinger was armed with sniper scope cannons, rotating radar scanner, retractable wheel guns, armored hood shield and mortar, and the Stinger Claw. Bruno wore the Magna Beam mask, which could attract, repel, or rip any magnetic object.
Magna beam on!
T-Bob, come back!
And the final vehicle for 86 was Vampire, the motorcycle, driven by Floyd Malloy, codename Birdman. Vampire was armed with a boomerang atom blaster and retro rockets. Floyd wore the buckshot mask, which could hurl destructive ball bearings.
It's all ball bearings nowadays.
Buckshot fire!
And they were available in the UK the previous year in a box, but were released in 86 in North America on card. Matt Tracker's son Scott and T-Bob, plus 2-pack reissues of the figures and their masks that had been included with the vehicles and playset from the first year, as well as adventure packs that included a repaint of a figure with a transforming backpack or other small transportation device, and some European exclusive 2-pack repaints and adventure packs. Check out MaskForce.com's carded figure page for more info on all these figure releases. Kenner wasn't the only company putting out mask merch in 86. Little Golden Books published 2 books that were adaptations of animated series episodes, The Rotex and Mission Meteor, which was an adaptation of the very first episode of Mask, The Death Stone, but they didn't want the word death in the title of a children's book, even though it was okay for a cartoon episode title. Golden also published a coloring book, and remember these? Art slates. There was a 2-lane road racing set and a slot car racing set. Viewmaster let you see Mask adventures on the go with one of the favorite mobile devices of the 80s. No charging or batteries required, and you could dream of the Thunderhawk and Rhino while snoozing on Mask bedsheets. Couldn't afford all of the Mask toys? You could make your own with the Mask Play-Doh set.
They sure smell great.
And if you were lucky enough to have some Power Wheels, you could time your own races with a Mask stopwatch. And if the Thunderhawk from 85 was out of your price range, a 1/64th scale diecast version wouldn't break the bank. Rhino returned as an AM radio, In addition to all of its powers I covered in the History of Mask 85 edition, Spectrum got a new power in 86. It was a voice changer, a sticker book. And this is a new one, a fingerprint and code book. So you could not only hunt down Venom agents, but arrest and book them, Dano. Don't forget to read them their Miranda rights, though. Even though it was only in its second year, 1986 was the end of the road for the Mask animated series. Season 2 of the show kicked off on September 6th, 1986. The previous year it had 65 episodes. This year was only 10 episodes. That ran until November 26th of that year, the infamous racing season, featuring vehicles that would be released the following year. Sadly, Jesse the Body Ventura does not appear in episode 9, titled Battle for the Baja.
Does that not concern you? Isn't that unconstitutional?
5 home videos were also released of the previous year's episodes. And over in the world of comics, the original DC Mask 4-parter was released. Mostly. Issue 1 was December 85, but the following 3 issues were released in 1986. It may have seemed like a quiet year, but it would be back with a vengeance in 1987 with the Racing series. Plus the Split Seconds line, where you could double the fun with double the pilots and double the toys.
Lesson's over!
Thanks to Albert Pinello, whose Mask website has been one of the premier Mask websites for as long as I can remember. An invaluable resource of information and images for any Mask fan. Thanks to Mask Wiki as well for all their information on the animated series episodes and characters. And MaskForce.com for the box and card art. MaskForce.com is to Mask what 3D Joe's is to G.I. Joe. A comprehensive database of not just the toys, but cartoon, comics, and licensed merchandise. Brought to you by the father and son duo behind Epic Toy Box on Instagram. Thanks to the Patreon tribe, as well as to the channel panel for hitting the join button. When it comes to this channel, your support is the ultimate weapon. Share the link with a Mask fan you think might enjoy a trip back to 86. Push like, and to join the tribe, hit subscribe.
Let's get out of here!
Nerdmas Day on!